The effort was to put together a nutrient reduction strategy that would be all about flexibility for producers, non-regulatory, so that there is no one-size-fits-all, but let's figure out the technologies that folks can use, figure out how they work on the farm. Let's provide some incentives towards trying cover crops, towards putting in bioreactors, saturated buffers, nutrient reduction wetlands. The other piece around nutrients that we see an awful lot of activity around is better management of nitrogen. And that ability now to have the possible prescription of how much that corn crop is using of nitrogen, and then having the late season, the ability to later in the season apply nitrogen to that corn crop, allows us to be a lot more strategic. And so our ability to be able to do that, I think it's, all these things allow us to be better farmers, more productive. We had last year in Iowa over 200 bushel an acre statewide average corn yield on 13 million acres of corn. Unbelievable.
We've tried multitudes of different cover crops, and we're back to one called cereal rye. And we no-till drill cereal rye. So we put 300 pair on 132 acres when it was this tall. The rye was this tall. And all we did was keep mineral in front of them. They ran to the dry matter of the corn stalks and the dead edge around to balance their diet, the cows did. But when we were done, it was third week of May, we had grazed this rye that extensively. And we hadn't put no fertilizer. We're just pulling the leftover nutrients that's in the soil from the previous year out. So on a conservation site, we trapped those nutrients. Those nutrients did not go down through. They did not go down the stream. We have to, in order to get that kind of growth out of that cereal rye, to do that. It's just amazing to us what that benefits are. We've tried it previous years and saw the same effect, but let's hope we can keep that effect rolling. And it's an economic driver. It worked. The dollars were there in the end. So why wouldn't you do it?
This is our fourth season for cover crops. We've had some successes and some failures. We use straight cereal rye. And this may be a place. I'm dubious about sharing equipment with people because you always want to use it at the same time. But this may be a place to share equipment. Instead of thinking in terms of our careers, our lifespans, if we think in terms of geologic time, hundreds of years, thousands of years, civilizations come and go with their dirt. When the dirt goes, the civilization goes. We lose 1/10 of an inch of topsoil per year. No big deal. I'm only going to farm for 40 years. That's not even an inch. But in 100 years, it's 10 inches. And when 10 inches of Iowa topsoil is gone, there's not much good topsoil left, even on river bottoms. And I think that 100 years is not very long in terms of civilization and agriculture in Iowa. And it behooves us. It's our duty to make sure that it's still here.
Certainly one of the challenges I hear from folks is we have lots of different programs out there. There's lots of different programs out there, and which one, where, and how do they all fit together, and how does it all work? The best way to figure out what works is figure out what you kind of want to do, go to a field day, and then go to a soil district office. There'll maybe be a project coordinator that's there. There'll be somebody that'll know what the local soil district incentives are.